Video part 8, we will be creating a floor slab. So we're going to get to put our floor in. Let's go back to level 1 floor plans, and that way you can see the floor view. What I want to do first is I'm going to, basically it's created just like the roof, except I'm going to go up to floor and click on that little black arrow first so you can see the different types of floor. There's floor for architectural is what we're going to use. Floor for structural, we don't really use that too much. And then floor by face, that's again if you create something you want to change a face into a floor, you could do that. And then later on we'll add a floor slab edge. That's your footer. And we'll add that on later. For right now we're just going to add the floor. And same thing, if you want to offset it, you can. We're not going to offset this floor. And for this feature, I do like actually picking the walls instead of drawing lines. You can draw lines, okay? You can also do this, basically you can pick the walls and come in here and 1, 2, 3, 4. Another cool way you can do this is if I hover over this one wall and hit the tab button one time, see how it selects all of the walls? Now I can just go boom and click one time and voila, now I have all the lines selected. So I'll do that again. Instead of going around and clicking each wall, if I just hover over one wall, don't touch the mouse, hit the tab button one time, then click the left mouse click on the left click on the mouse, voila, again, voila. All right, I have my floor outline drawn. I can put it to the outside edge of the wall, okay, by moving them. I can move it out to the outside edge if I want. Right now, the reason why it has it in the core is because, I'm going to do this again. Tab. See, it says extend into core. I'm going to uncheck that for right now. Tab, boom. Puts it right on the outside edge of that wall. Okay, that's another reason I don't want to extend into wall. Put on outside edge of this wall because that's where my 2x4 would have gone. There is a little overhang on your wall, which the stucco would overhang just a little bit. And maybe that's why it went into the core, because all this other stuff is overhang. Basically, I'm going to see what the other one, let's see what the other one looks like first. Let's finish it. I'm going to put that back on, extend into core, tab, click. Whoops. Tab, click, and you're just going to hit the check mark. So hit the check mark. And I have my floor in there. So if I go back and check my roof line or the 3D view, I can see I have a floor in there. Now if you look, you can see the house hangs over the floor slab, which it does hang over a little bit at your house. If you want to check your house tonight, you can see that the overhang does hang over a little bit, but not that much usually. So I'm going to go back and change. So I want to click on that, hit edit boundary, and now I'm going to go back to level 1 and I can just edit it right now. So I can come in and drag it out to the outside line. And then I'm going to hit check mark again. And now if I go back to the 3D view, now you can see it's all the way out to the outside edge. And if you want to edit something, you just click on it, edit boundary. Same thing with roof. If you want to edit your roof, you would just click on it, hit edit roof or edit boundary. But that's how you would add a floor in there. One thing I want to go back and show you real quick on the roof. If you click the roof, and let's say I talked about the slope again. You see how you have slope on all 4 edges, all 4 sides? Well, let's say I want to gable in. I'm going to hit edit footprint. And see how I have slope all around? If I click this side and I hold control down and click this side and I take the slope off, and say apply. Now there's no slope over here, so what's going to happen is it's going to create a peak right here and going down. So that's called a gable roof. The other one was called a hip. Okay, so now I have a gable roof, and it's really simple to create gable roofs, just like that. Well, let's say I want a gable on one side and a hip on the other. Hit a footprint, click this line, click the check mark, hit apply, and hit that green check mark. Now you can see I have a hip roof here. This is called a hip, and over on this side it's called a gable. All right, so that's how you would create a gable end or a hip roof. Now, I just wanted to add that about the roof. I forgot to add that in part 6 video. But that would be all for your roof and your floor footprints. Next, we'll be creating sheets.